Hey everyone, welcome back to the next episode of Shadows of Brimstone. Let's see what lies ahead as we venture further into the target plateau. We'll start to turn off with holding back the darkness. A 1 and a 4, that is not good enough. It's a 5, so darkness will increase. That brings us to this, which is the blood splatter spot, so we have to draw a darkness card. Let's see what our fate is. Power of the Void. All void enemies are now +1 combat. This card remains in play. All of the void enemies, so tentacles and void spiders, are now a bit stronger. Let's roll for movement now for B. Let's see if she can move further, and she indeed can, rolling a 5, which is a 6 in her books. So she moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and she will explore ahead. The heart. Wow, look at this awesome artwork. Let's put an exploration token onto the space, and we'll do Chase's movement before we resolve this. Let's roll for his movement. It's a 1. Ouch. So 1 means he takes a wound and he gets a grit. He's already at his max grit, so he will spend that to move a bit more. And he rolled a 3, so a total of 4 movement points. And with his +1, it's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I'm tempted to just stand here once again, to stand side by side to B. And at this point, we'll explore this, revealing the token. And we have 2 exits and an ambush attack. So let's roll for the 2 exits first. 1 and a 3. So the exits are here and here, which means the 5 and the 6 spot gets blocked off. And then the ambush attack. Stranglers. This P means we roll the peril die to see how many we get. When we get 6. Awesome, 6 stranglers. Ambush attack means they will appear around the heroes instead of towards the back of the tile. So I will just place them here surrounding our heroes. And 1 more. I guess he'll just stand here. Ambush monsters also get +2 initiative for the first turn. So stranglers, which have initiative 4, will now have initiative 6. And as a result, they will all activate now. So let's start with this strangler, who is targeting B. Stranglers have melee attack. They roll 4 dice and a hit on a 3 or higher. They also have this nasty ability. For 2 hit rolls of 6 counts as 3 hits each. And of course, they rolled a 6. So we've got 2 hits here, but this is a 6, which counts as 3, 3, 4. 4 hits going through. Let's defend. B, defense is 3. And look at that. All 4s, all defended off. Excellent job, B. Let's roll for the other monster that's in front of her, the one that's locking on B. Same thing. And wow, look at that. Double 6s and a 5. So all hits here, but these count as 3 each. So we got 6 hits, 7 hits going through. Let's see whether she can pull this off. 7 dice, 3 or higher. So these are fine. And we've got 3 of these hits going through, which is 3 damage. Next, let's resolve for Chase. So these 3 stranglers Let's grab 4 dice. These 3 are hits. That's a miss. So 3 potential hits. Let's defend. He needs 4 to defend. And these are fine. So 1 going through, 1 wound. Let's do the next one. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. All hits, basically. Defense. And look at that. I wish this was my attack roll. Defend, 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 defend. No wounds going through. And that was the second strangler. So let's do our final one against Chase. This is a hit. That would be a hit. And that's 3 hits. So 5 hits total. Let's defend. And we've got 2 successfully defended off, but 3 hits going through. Chase is at 9 and we have 4 hits going through, so he'll be at 13. And that would be activation of the stranglers. This one does not activate because it is unable to hit anyone. So B's going to go next. And B rolls for movement, 5. She's not going to move. B will of course do her attacks. She'll do her free attack as well as her regular attack. So I'm going to do both at the same time. Wow! Double 6! Very nice. They're both criticals. I think she'll now assign the hit to this monster and this monster. Basically, the monster is attacking Chase because he's getting low on health. So let's see the damage. It's going to be a 3 and a 6, which is awesome because that's good enough to kill off both stranglers. Ignoring their defense, of course. That's gone, and that's gone. And each will get 25 XP to B, so she gets 50 experience points. Chase will now roll for movement. A 6, but I don't think he's going to move. Chase will do his powerful attack with his pistols. And he's got an 8, a 7, and a 6. These 3 are criticals, these are misses. That's awesome. With the 3 critical hits, he will assign them to this monster, and I guess this monster. Let's roll for all 3 of them, I guess. And wow, 6, 6, and a 2. Basically, that's good enough to kill off all of these stranglers. They only have health of 3, and Chase has Darkstone bullets, which gives him +1 damage. So that's 3, 7, and 7. As a result, Chase is going to get 75 experience points. Bang, bang, bang. That leaves this little guy here. That's the end of the turn. Chase heals up 1 wound, and B gets 10 XP for healing him up. New turn, let's hold back the darkness. Ooh, double 2s, not good. Double 2s, Dark Dread. Things are looking more and more bleak by the moment. Draw a Growing Dread card to add to the stack. The Growing Dread cards are cards that you need to resolve before facing off the final boss. So what we need to do here is basically grab this card and put it in a separate stack, and that would be the stack that we need to resolve before we fight the boss. However, we can mitigate this by spending grit tokens. Each hero can spend 1 grit token each to cancel off the top card of the deck. And now we'll do that right now, spending 1 grit token for from each hero, and basically throw this away so we don't have any cards in that Growing Dread deck. Next up, we have our Stranglers who will move, and let's first of all see who he will lock onto. 5, that would be Chase. So he goes up and attacks. 5, 3, 3, 1. So 3 are hits, 3 and higher. That's 3 hits. Let's roll for damage. Let's roll for defense. We need 4 or higher. That's good, that's a miss. So 1 hit going through, which is just 1 wound. B will finish it off, hopefully. Let's roll for movement. 6 is good enough to stay there. I think she might move a bit. Yeah, she's gonna move actually, but first she needs to try to escape. But these stranglers have an escape value of 6 or higher, so this is pretty, not really possible. We did not escape these stranglers, so we cannot move past it, which means she's just gonna stand there and do her 1 pistol attack. And she rolled a 4. So the 4 is a hit, just not a critical one. Let's roll for damage. And this time we rolled a 3. A 3 is good enough. Wait, hold on. 3 is actually a 5 in her books because of her +1 ability and +1 from Darkstone bullets. 5 total. And the stranglers have defense of 2. 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 damage going through, and lo and behold, the stranglers have health of 3, which means, luckily, we just barely defeated the strangler. And B will get 25 XP. We'll now get to catch our breath, but because Chase didn't activate at all, instead of rolling a D3, he gets to roll D6 in seeing how much he gets to recover. So that's just a 1. That is a D6, 3 on a D6. So Chase will get to heal 3 and B gets to heal 1. Let's grab our loot. 1 card for each hero. So this is for B. And she's gonna get some gold, excellent. And Chase is gonna get some gold as well. Gold nuggets versus blood money. Very nice. 3 and a 2. I'm tempted to re-roll this. That's not very good. Can we spend a grit? Yeah, Chase is gonna spend his grit to re-roll that. His roll was a 2, which is not very high. Let's see what else. Ow, that's terrible. He got a 1 instead. All right, it is what it is. So Chase gets $50, 50 gold, and B will get 75 gold. I've also logged in their 20 XP each. So B is actually very close to leveling up to level 3. Let's keep going. Let's see whether we can hold back the darkness. 5 and a 2 is 7, so we're still okay. We're on the final 7 of the track. We'll soon move into the 8, but at this point we're still okay. Let's roll for B's movement. 2. So on a 2, she actually gets a grit because of the target plateau's overall weather effect. And she'll get to move 3. So 1, 2, 3. And basically look through this area. We have the engineering chamber. Next we have Chase. Let's see how much he moves. He rolled a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stand there. They would not scavenge, so let's reveal this. And this is just a straight up attack token with 1 door. So let's roll for the exit. It's a 2. The exit is over here. This gets capped off. And the threat is going to be 6 void spiders. 1, 2, 3. Like so. That would initiate the fight, so we have to roll for darkness first. Come on. 3 and a 2 is not good enough. Darkness will increase. Next, spiders will move up because their initiative is 6, so they get to move first. So they'll basically crowd around our heroes like so. This one should be able to, yeah, they should be able to stand on the half spot there, and that should be good. Of course, these 3 spiders will attack. Let's do B first. She's got 2 spiders attacking her. Spiders are beasts of the void. So because of this darkness card, they'll now get +1 combat, pretty nasty, which means they'll roll 3 dice instead of 2. And they'll hit on 4 or higher. So there's 2 hits going through. And we're gonna defend. We blocked off 1. This goes through, which is 2 damage. So the first spider will give Saloon Girl B 2 damage. The second one we've got 2 hits. Defense. Oh no, no defense. So I will spend a grit to reroll that defense roll. That's her last grit, by the way. And we managed to block off 1. So 1's still going through, which is another 2 wounds. And at this point, she's going to be at 6. Next, this spider will attack Chase. Same thing. 3 dice. And just 1 hit. Cool. Let's roll for defense. And that's a 6, which is good enough to block. He does not take any damage, thankfully. All right, B's turn. She will move and then attack. Let's roll for movement first. 4. She's not going to move though, but at least we don't roll a 1, which is a wound. Next, she'll roll both of her attacks, so 1 free attack and 1 regular attack. And we need 4s or higher to hit. So that's a hit, and that's actually a critical hit because the holdout pistol has criticals on 5 or 6. Pretty good attack there. 1 crit and 1 regular hit. She will roll for damage. Basically, the hits are going to the spiders that are locked onto her. 3 and a 2. Basically a 4 and a 5 with her +2 damage. 4 and a 5 is good enough to kill off both spiders. Revenge is sweet. These 2 are out of the game and she gets 20 experience points. At 985, 15 XP away from leveling up. Next, Chase will get to go and he will roll for his movement first and then attack, I guess, any of these spiders. A 6, that's good. He's not going to move, I don't think. He will just do his attack. Wow, okay, so 8, 6, 6, 4, 1. These 2 are misses. The judge, which is the D8, actually is a critical hit on 6, 7, and 8. These 2 are crits, and that's also a critical hit. We have 3 critical hits in 1 shot. Very, very nice. I'll be assigning the first hit to this spider. That's a 1, not very good. I will, I think, spend a grit, which is his last grit, to reroll that. And that's a 2, which is better. With the Darkstone bullets, that's a 3, which is good enough to kill off the spider whose health is 3. The spider is gone, he gets 10 XP. He's at 800 now. He will assign the second crit to this spider. So 4 is good enough to kill off that spider. And finally, the third is going here. A 6, obviously enough. So he gets another 20 XP for those 2 spiders. And let's not forget that after he kills off the enemy, he can roll a die for each killed off enemy. And he gets a crit. He gets a grit on 5 or 6. 2 grits. Before he ends his turn, Chase will spend some herbs, healing B. And herbs, once again, we roll 2d6s and heal that much damage. 6 and a 3, 9 damage, very nice. That's good enough to clear off her wounds of 8. It's now end of turn, and because B is next to Chase, he gets to heal up 1. And she will get 10 XP just for healing. And that's it for the turn. Pretty good turn, I would say. 1 more spider left, and we should be good to continue our adventures. Do stay tuned as we proceed to see what lies ahead in the Targa Plateau. So far, we've come across an engineering room, the heart, and a frozen fork, so it's been pretty eventful. Hopefully, in the near future, we would be able to locate the 3rd and last clue and face the final boss of this adventure. I'll see you guys in the next episode of Shadows of Brimstone.